Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Annabelle, to those who are new to this channel, and to those who've always been there, welcome back. To all the new subscribers, welcome. Special greetings to all my new subscribers, and thank you guys for supporting this channel. Today's video is actually a video chosen by my Instagram family. So today around 2 p.m. I posted something on my Instagram asking people which video am I supposed to post, because I had two topics and I didn't know which one to choose. And then so I asked my Instagram family to choose, and then the results is our today's video. So let's check the results together, guys, and see what exactly we're going to talk about today. So these are our results. So I had posted on Instagram, should I film about things they never tell you about Zimbabwe, or about things I've learned from working with disabled people? And so I chose Zimbabwe or my job, and Zimbabwe got 44% and my job got 56% out of 57 people who actually voted for this video. So today's video is about things that I've learned from my job, like working with people with disabilities. First and foremost, I want to make something clear. I think most people think that people with disability are only people who are just sitting on wheelchair. No, there is more to just those guys who are sitting on wheelchair. People with a disability can also be people who are blind, people who are deaf, people with autism, people who are paralyzed, or people who have had their organs removed or anything like that. They all count to people with disabilities. And so today we're going to talk about this topic because I've been working on this job. I've been working with people with disabilities for the past 3 years now in Germany. Before we go any further, can you please check first the facts that I'm going to post right now about disability in general in Germany. I think 7.8 million people in Germany are disabled from a population of about 82 million. And yeah, there's a lot to all these statistics, and I'm just going to post it right now. I'm sure the question right now could be, where do I work? So I'm actually a student. I work, and also at the same time I go to school, like I do apprenticeship. So I'm working at a company where disabled people work. Like it's called a Werkstatt in Germany. And but I don't work in the Werkstatt exactly, in the company exactly. Within the company there's also a small group that is called a Förderstätte. And a Förderstätte is just a group, like I tried to look for the word in English, I didn't find it. But I'm just going to explain what Förderstätte is. As a Förderstätte is actually a group where severely handicapped people are. So these people are people who are supposed to be disabled people who are supposed to be working, but they actually can't work because they are severely handicapped. And so I work in this group where they are severely handicapped people. What have I learned with working with people with disabilities? Like I said, I never saw myself working in this type of job. But if I'm honest with you, I love my job at the moment. Like I really enjoy working at this job because I've learned a lot of things. And one of the things is patience. Like I was never a patient person. Like I wouldn't stand for something that I don't really like, or something that is just not working well with me. I'll just leave. But working with people with disabilities has taught me to be patient, because these people are, you know, they are different in their own unique way. They are very slow. Like I'm not talking about one person, like it's individual. They're different as individuals. We're going to talk about that later. But there are some who are very slow in doing something. So if you're not patient, you cannot really work with them, because you have to wait until they're done. And sometimes teaching them new things and all that, it takes time. And if you're not really patient, like if you can't wait, if you can't give the next person time to do what they want, you can't really work with these people. So I've learned to be very, very patient with them, and most of the times it has worked very, very well for me, like to enjoy my job. Because if you are not patient, you're just going to come there, try to teach someone to switch on the stove, or try to teach someone to be able to tie their shoes, and then they are taking 2 hours. Okay, a little bit, not 2 hours, but they're taking more time than normal. And then you're thinking, oh, I can't wait for this, I'm going to leave and do the next thing. But you find out that everyone, each and every individual in the group needs time. So this is why I've learned to be really patient, and it has also worked for me also as well, for me also in my private life, that patience is really a good virtue. And I'm also patient now with all the other things in my life, all the other spheres of my life. With YouTube also, I'm patient with my husband, of course, and with my family. So it has brought something positive in me working with people with disability. So the other thing that I've learned is actually acceptance. So I've learned to accept things as they are, or to accept people as they are, or to accept, everything that happens in my life as it is. I wouldn't accept things that don't, sometimes it gets really difficult to speak in English when you spend the whole day speaking in Deutsch. So sometimes it gets really difficult to accept things that are not in your favor. Like if you say, I want a red jacket, and you can't find it, and so you just have to accept a black one that is there. I used to be that person who would never accept things that are not working in my favor. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, something like that. So which means if there was no a red jacket, then I'm not getting anything. I never used to accept people as they are. I wanted to try and change people so that they can fit to the things that I like, or they can fit to my own world. But working with people with disability have taught me that sometimes you cannot change things, and you just have to accept things as they are. No matter how much you love these people that you work with, sometimes you cannot change them. They are just disabled, and it's like that. So I've learned to accept things as they are. And one thing that I always say is things that you cannot change, you just have to accept them. And so working with these people has also taught me to accept. And one thing I like about my job is that, or one thing I like about working with people with disability is that all the things that they are teaching me are also adding some value to my private life. So it's not something that I'm just learning at work and then I'm thinking, oh, okay, it stays at work. It's something that I'm also taking at home, and I try to apply it, and most of the times it has been working. 3 years into this job, guys, and I've learned a whole lot of things. Like acceptance is one of them. So learn to accept things as they are, especially things that you cannot change. So the next thing that I've learned is that, people are different. I don't know if I'm going to explain this, if I'm going to just be able to put it out. I've learned that people are different. Of course, I knew that people are different, right? But with disabled people, you realize that people are different in a more unique way. Sometimes you can't really explain how different these people are. So you might have someone who's autist, right, and they cannot read and write, and then when they cannot read and write, you realize that they are very good in mathematics. Like they are calculating everything in their own head without, so they are such unique people. Like people are unique and different and beautiful in their own way. With all these different type of disabilities, like blind, deaf, and everything. And then you work with these people in this one group, all of them, and you realize how different people are, but also how different people can work together with their differences. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something that really touched my heart, like getting into one group where there are different type of people. Like one is körperlich behindert, physical disabled, and one is blind, and one is deaf. But you see these people sitting in one table, communicating and understanding each other, and this is, I don't know if my explanation makes sense, but you know, in as much as people are different, people can also come together and like bring like something beautiful. Like, no matter how people are different, big things can be done, like with our differences. Like, I always knew that people are unique and people are different in their own way, but working with people with disabilities has really taught me that, you know, even if people are different in their own way, they can still come together and work together and bring something beautiful. Like we do most of the times, malen, like painting, and these are different people coming together. You take 3 different people and you work with them, and then you are painting something, and these 3 different people paint something, and it becomes really, really beautiful. So people are different and unique and beautiful in their own ways, and we should just accept people as they are. So the other thing that I've learned is to understand. Like, I don't know, I know it sounds very simple, like, yeah, understanding, everyone understands, but working with disabled people makes you understand things in a not really in a different way, but you have to learn to understand. Like, you have to learn to understand someone without them even having said anything. Like, you have to learn to understand that when someone does this, for example, if you have someone in the group who's not speaking, but they communicate with you and try to tell you that, can I please have water? Like, you have to have this a deeper understanding of people. Like, I look at people and I understand them without them telling me anything. This is what I've learned. Like, I have a different understanding also of things. I don't know, like, do you ever look at someone and just tell that, okay, this person is hungry, without them having said any word or anything? And this is what I've learned. I don't know, I think I'm failing to bring these things out, but yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I've learned also to understand people without them having to say anything to me to understand. You know, most people are used to this type of communication where someone tells you, oh, I'm hungry, or I need water, or I need new shoes or anything. And it's easy to understand this type of language. But there's also this other language that I've understood, of communication without saying any words or without using any sign language or anything. That you look at people and you understand like what they need or what they want without having to communicate it. And this is something that I think is very, very unique. Not everyone understands the next person in this way. So this is what I think, I don't know, it has been an experience working with people with disabilities. But also, on the other hand, I've learned, I think, a lot of things. I hope you understood what I meant, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if there's any questions, or if you want to know anything with this topic, disability, or working with people with a disability, just comment down below and I'll just get back to you as soon as I can. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'll see you guys on my next video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you can join the family for such beautiful videos. I'll see you guys. Bye.